Yo guys, what's going on? Acez is here today with another video. In today's video, we are going to be talking about The Day Before. It's a game that's done fairly well here on this channel. I made a few videos about it, and honestly, they're doing pretty well. So thank you guys for the support if you are a returning viewer. But if you're a new viewer here, consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can get monetized here on this third channel of mine and upload literally anything I want. That would be the goal. That would be the dream, that I can just hop on a single player game, upload the entire game here, and not have to worry about fucking up any algorithms on my other channels. Guys, we're going to be talking about what if somebody bought The Day Before, purchased it outright. I have a company in mind. I have that company's earnings, what it would look like if an offer would come through, and kind of just the thought process from me on the business side of creating this game. Now, there is the very slight chance that Fantastic could release a amazing title. Everything could be smooth, working great. They could have got funding behind our backs. And, even with the lack of updates and zero transparency, maybe, just maybe, they come out with a phenomenal game. But I doubt it. So, the company I think that should pick up The Day Before and buy it outright, all the rights, everything, and just completely revamp it is Ubisoft. And there's one main reason that I think Ubisoft is the right company. I think The Division and Division 2 are so close to the framework that is The Day Before, is that Ubisoft would already have between 60 and 80% of the work already done. They would already have experience in creating this game and making it into what we want. I think they would save on a large amount of the work. And I think if they made the right offer to Fantastic, the developer of The Day Before, they could exponentially profit on their initial investment. So I'm going to give you some numbers for the financial year of 2021 to 22 that ended in March 2022. Ubisoft reported a net income of 79.5 million euros. Now, euros usually are a little bit higher than USD in value, so we're going to call this around 80 to 85 million. And honestly, the year before that, they did 105. And if you do the conversion, when euros were actually worth a little bit more a year ago, at least I think they were, we'll call that 110 to 120 million dollars. And I think Ubisoft has a very interesting opportunity when it comes to The Day Before. I think if Ubisoft offered a hefty amount of their net earnings, 50 million cash to be exact, I think if Ubisoft offered Fantastic $50 million, they could put that into The Day Before and buy it outright, put a pretty significant amount of assets into it, maybe another $10 million, just to be generous to the game. Let's say they have an initial investment of 60 mil. The Division and the Division 2 have already sold over 10 million copies, and that statistic was probably updated long ago. They've run so many sales on the Division and the Division 2, not to mention any other Tom Clancy games and anything else created by Ubisoft. The Division alone generates over $600 million. The Division 2 generates alone over $600 million, not counting costs, not counting any fees and, shipping and freight and all these other things for physical copies. We're not counting any of that. We're just talking sales, all right? 10 million copies at $60 a piece is $600 million. That alone, based off of those numbers, The Day Before is so similar to both of those games that you can pretty much guarantee that Ubisoft could lock in $600 million, in my opinion. I feel like it's an easy 10x. But here's the thing. This specific niche genre of this third-person survival, open-world, MMO, zombie style, we really just don't have the perfect game for it yet. In my opinion, the perfect game was H1Z1 Just Survive. And I got to be honest, Daybreak, they dropped the ball on that. They just let that game die. I think we haven't really got exactly what we want yet, and I think The Day Before actually has it. So Ubisoft should see the opportunity here to invest a significant chunk of its earnings, throw that into The Day Before, take the basic framework of games like The Division, remove the absurd time to kill, make it a single-player zombie-style game, kind of like a Dead Island type of vibe, or Days Gone, stuff like that. Mix the stuff together and just create a masterpiece that not only will 10x your money, but do even more. Fantastic has originally wanted to bring The Day Before to console, But I'm going to be honest, I don't even think they're going to make the game for PC, so they're certainly not going to make it to console. And with Ubisoft already having plenty of experience in bringing games to console, and probably has way better networking and the distribution and the manufacturing and everything that's involved behind the scenes, I think Ubisoft not only would execute on a phenomenal PC game when it comes to the day before, I think they would execute a phenomenal console experience for not only old gen, but new gen. That is a ton of sales. I'm thinking 25 million copies. I'm not even lying. I think we are so starved for the perfect experience when it comes to single player, third person, zombie survival, MMO. You have the best of both worlds. You can play the game single player, you can play it online, you have third person survival, it's zombies, the zombie genre is insane. I think it's the perfect storm. I think there's a perfect storm brewing right here. I think 25 million copies. And guys, the basic math, before fees, before cost, before everything, 25 million times $60, not including any additional packs, DLC, any bigger editions, $100 editions, is $1.5 billion. Listen, man, if I'm CEO over there at Ubisoft and I have a potential chance to make 1.5 billion, I'm sending Fantastic a $50 million offer right now. Okay? I'm sorry. Maybe just on paper it sounds too good. Maybe it sounds too good to be true. Maybe the numbers are very skewed. But just as somebody looking in on the situation and seeing how it's going, I think not only would Fantastic be stupid to turn down a $50 million offer on something that might not even exist, it might just be a concept, but then for Ubisoft not to make the offer and potentially make $1 billion. It's just, I gotta assume that, even if there's 500 mil in cost involved there, I don't know how there would be that much, but even if there was, you're still making $1 billion. It's like, dude, this seems like a no-brainer to me, guys. Some numbers just make sense. And this is one of those things that just makes sense. All right? I might not be a money expert. I might not have an 8-year college degree in business, but I have some fucking common sense. And I feel like this is a no-brainer for a company like Ubisoft. I don't know. I could be completely wrong, but I just wanted to come on here and share my thoughts. That's what this channel's for. It's for me to upload literally anything else that's not Call of Duty and Tarkov, and I love it. I love being able to come on here and just talk about shit. I think it's awesome. And, I just love doing these little conspiracies and kind of doing a little bit of homework and researching some stuff. I think that, honestly, Ubisoft could purchase the day before, delay that shit to 2024, get it ready for consoles, get it ready for PC, finish whatever needs to be finished, and goddamn, could that be one of those iconic Skyrim-level games. Guys, do me a favor, make sure you're dropping a like, and of course, make sure you're subscribing. Sponsors and equipment in the description below. It's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm out.